Well, winter's kind of getting here. It's cold out today. Went outside to help move the cars around so Mary could get to work, and it was like 0, felt like -2, so cold enough. And as many of you probably know that are watching our vlog videos as well, the poor Tucson is not blowing any heat, so we're hoping that we can get that into the shop soon, which means Mary's, when it's cold like this, she's taken the other car and leaves the Tucson for me because I don't necessarily need it that often, and if I do, it's only usually like a 10-15 minute trek or something like that, whereas she has to do a 45-minute both ways. Anyways, we got this from SabotHeat. This is the new 2021 version of their heated gloves, and we've done reviews in the past, but they sent us this year's version, and they were like, let us know when it gets cold enough, and I think it's cold enough to kind of test them. Right now, SabotHeat, their gloves on Amazon Canada, 4.5 stars, 136 ratings. That's awesome. $120. And I used their 2020 version, I guess, a lot last year because it was, well, it's winter. Winter in Canada. It's cold, right? So I used it a lot when I was shoveling or just going out to the car to start it or whatever it was. But these ones, I believe, have a bigger battery, 4 temperature settings. I'm not sure if the previous ones had 4 or not. They say for men, women, doesn't matter. Washable winter gloves for skiing, motorcycling. And like you know what? You could wear stuff like this for motorcycling, especially when you get into like today's temperature where it starts off around that 0 degrees. And really the high, I think, for today is like 6 or so. So, you know what? Putting these on is going to keep your hands toasty warm. But we'll take a look at what comes in the box. We'll look at their specs, and we'll try them on and see what we think. Yeah. Okay, my friends, so here we go. Innovative, fast, and uniform heating, which is nice. 3,000 ultra-lasting batteries. It says 1.4 times larger capacity than conventional gloves of this quality have in them, which is good. Bigger is always better. Provides up to 6 hours of continual warmth. And my guess is, and it says up to 6 hours, that's going to be depending on how much power you have, because if you crank them all the way up, you may not get that, of course, right? 4 precise temperature controls. You're looking at 140 degrees, 131, 122, and 113. Machine washable. Take the batteries out, of course. Genuine goat skin and water-resistant material. Very nice. There you go. A whole bunch of cool stuff. So it says 2 to 6 hours. And that's probably closer because I know even in last year's, I'd get close to, you know, that between an hour and 2 hours. Because I'd put them on high because it would be like -15, -20 degrees outside. And if I was out shoveling, that was fine because I only needed them to last, you know, maybe an hour, you know. Or even if I was in the car, you know, I'd put them on while the steering wheel is cold or whatever, right? So here you go. Same kind of information on the back as it had last year. Heating technology uses carbon nanotubes, 3,000 milliamp battery, genuine leather, waterproof, perfect size, screen touch design. So that's kind of nice too. And I got them in large, but they do come in medium, large, extra large, and a double XL. So my hope is, and I picked large because these guys, SabotHeat, sent it to us. I picked large because we have a pair from last year, and I couldn't remember what size they were because we moved and we're still unpacking our winter gear. But I was like, if they fit, great. If they don't fit, I'll give them to Mary. She'll wear them. So here's your charger. You guys can see that. That's the charger. And I like this too because it's a 1 plug into 2. So you got 1 plug to charge both gloves, which is great. And of course you have the bag of goodness, which is right here. And you're gonna get a little tiny manual, user manual, tells you what to do, what not to do. What is this? Insert the battery vertically. Hold the DC cable sideways. I'm not quite sure what that means. You guys see that? You know, put it in that way, not in a way that it can't go. I don't know, it's a little strange, but okay, whatever. And you get a little manual. So talks about the different nanotubes and how to get it to use and charge the batteries for 4 to 5 hours, etc., etc. Awesome. Are we gonna do that? We will. We're just not gonna do it right now. And here's the gloves. I like, you know what? I like their gloves. They make a nice pair of gloves. Now, $120 is not inexpensive for gloves, but it's gonna keep your hands toasty warm. That's okay. So you can see on here, they are gonna have that like leather on the palm just to give it a little bit more reinforcements inside here. So all of this is kind of that nice leather feel. Outside, I'm not sure what material that is, but we do have leather on the fingers, which is good. Nice strap on the band to get it nice and tight. I think this might be new, maybe. See how it kind of, you get a little bit extra there? I don't know if last year's had that. That doesn't seem familiar. And of course, you get your battery, which sits inside here. And they are good sized batteries. Oh, this is a little different too, because I think this is like, it's 2 batteries. And again, I can't remember what last year's was like. This is gonna go in like this, and all you're gonna have to do is take your little part here. That's just slides up, right? Now the other thing to remember too, and I'm not sure if they say this in the manual, but from previous experience with a lot of heated gear, and I'm going through this even with the jacket that I wear right now, is that when you're not using your heated gear, unplug them. Right? Because unplug them, because they will slowly discharge if they're physically plugged in. Now I don't know if this has any power. I do like even the little red accents. Let's just see. Ready? Push. Yeah, so normally what happens with these is you'll get the red, and that's like the preheating, and then once they get up to temperature, they've gone on for a while, they'll cool down. Well, not cool down, but they'll set themselves to a lower temperature. So kind of be aware of that, because a lot of times you're like, my hands are getting cold. And then you look down and they're like sitting on one of these. So you have your 4 temperatures now. So you got your 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm trying that on. Ready? Trying it on. Okay. And you can already feel the heat in them. That's a good size for me. The heat is like all over. I don't know if they're in the palm. It's hard to tell. They may be. Does it say here? But I think it's all in the top. What does it say? Heating areas, back of hand, finger to fingertips. Yeah, like you can feel the heat. A lot of them have like one here, which is fine, like the cheaper ones. But these ones are like your fingers are toasty. Oh yeah, that's nice. All right, I'm gonna turn this off, and I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna put on my jacket, go outside, and we'll see what these feel like in the cold. All right, let's go outside. Okay, so I have them on. It's cold enough outside. Yeah, cold enough. Right now, it says it's like +2, I think it is. So cold. You guys can see them. I got them turned on. Right there, and head down the stairs a little bit. I just raked all this stuff yesterday. Crazy, right? Anyways, I love how fast these heat up. It's like instantaneous heat. It's like pow. Look at the leaves. We just raked this tree. These trees right here. You guys see those? Those are the ones causing all the issue. Those are the ones causing the issue for sure. Let's go talk over here. Hold on. That's low. That's low. There we go. That's better. Okay, so right now, hot. This should keep anybody's hands nice and warm. Now, the one thing that you kind of want to be aware of, I think, is that number one, if you're going to be going out into cold weather, turn them on indoors so that they have a chance to heat up, so that they have a chance to capture heat, right? Put them on, whatever. Also, I find that if the gloves are usually a little, I don't want to say tight, but a little snugger, so that they make sure that they fit well, all the heating elements are physically on your hand, right?
so you really feel it. If you got like big baggy versions of these, which normally when I pick like normal winter gloves, I'd want them a little bigger, because I have this feeling maybe in my head that it traps heat better, but no, I want the heating elements on my hands for sure. But I would say in this kind of weather right now, where it's, like I said, about 0, that's probably maybe a little hot. So I'm gonna go kind of mid-range into the greens, rocking the greens. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's fall, and it's my bike mirror. I have my camera on my motorcycle. I hope it doesn't fall off. Anyways, these are winds. I would have no problems wearing these through the winter. I wore last year's version pretty much all winter, and they work great. These are newer and better, right? All right, so if you are someone that lives in somewhere that has cold temperature, I think my thumb is on fire. It's still hot. If you're someone that lives in cold climate, somewhere like where we live, and you get sub-0 degrees Celsius temperatures, heated gear is nice, right? Very nice. So recommended? Yeah, without question. I think these are really good. If you got $100-ish to spend on a pair of winter gloves, because even if you buy non-heated gloves, a good pair, not just like your cheap pair, but a good pair of non-heated gloves, probably gonna run you, I don't know, $60-70, my guess, somewhere in that range. So spend that little bit extra, you get really nice heated gloves. Oh, this hand is hot. Again, because I'm holding my little tripod thing, there's pressure where the heating elements are, and they're pushing into my hand, which makes it even warmer, which is nice, I guess. But yeah, 120 bucks Canadian. I'll find out what the prices are for like Amazon US and stuff like that, because fantastic, they really are. And that's it, guys. I don't want to spend any more time really outside right now than I have to, because I should have put a warmer coat on. And that's it for today. Links down below if you guys are interested at all in these. Yeah, recommended. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit that little notification bell down below, and we'll see you guys later on. I'm out.